So today's project is running the drag over the front pasture and getting all the cow manure drug in. I've got only one problem, and that is my drag is right there underneath this tree. So we had a pretty nasty winter storm roll through this past week, and it brought down this really big water oak, which is, like all water oaks, rotten on the inside, and it just broke right off with the wind. It was pretty strong wind, but still. So these are the only two water oaks left on the property. The one this one broke off of, and that one right there. Because I hate those things. They will come down without any notice. They look like a perfectly healthy tree, and they'll be totally hollow inside, just like this one. So the only reason we didn't cut these, they're really big, and they're leaning out over our neighbor's property, and I didn't want to crush their fence. And even if I would have got them cut on their side, there's tons of them, and they're all leaning my direction. So it was of really not any benefit. Thankfully, this one fell all away from the fence. So, and we didn't have the cows back here. We have them closed off up front for right now. So none of them got hurt. So the only thing that's a problem is my drag under there. So we're gonna see if we can get this cut, at least this section cut, and get it off of here, and hopefully the drag is still okay. This here is the tree that it fell off of. So if you look, it's about 20 feet up where it broke. It's still got another section just as big and just as rotten. So that's a telltale sign right up there. There's a rotten limb that broke off, and it's running color down the tree. And then of course you can see right here, that's where it broke off of, and that's all rotten. So it's definitely going to be coming down at some point. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. So just for scale, you can see how big this booger is. Give it a hug there, bud. Ah, now you're a tree hugger. Gotcha. So this is the part that came down. It's actually kind of cool. It's hollow up in there. You can see a long ways up in that log. It's amazing it held on that long, but it's huge. Not really a lot of firewood because it's rotten, but we can probably get some firewood off this top. There's quite a bit up here. So let's get the saw and get this bad boy cut. That sure is some pretty wood. Look at that. It's gorgeous. So that's all usable for firewood. Now when I was cutting right here, I can't really tell, but there was only a small section of the sawdust that was kind of black, and the rest was fine. And looking up in there, I don't see but maybe a pinky finger size of rot in the middle. So we might actually have more usable wood up in here than I was expecting. All this will be good. So that's going to be quite a bit of firewood. Well, you can see where it was laying. Let's see what we got here. Looks to be okay. Looks to be all right. It's hard to tell until we get it drug out of here. See if it'll lay flat still. Hopefully it's not sprung. That's a heavy tree. Very heavy tree. Look at all that cow manure. That is good stuff. Free fertilizer. That's all of it. That looks so much better out there. Man, oh man. It looks nice when it's all knocked down and you can't see all those gopher mounds and all that manure. I'm going to run and drop this drag off real quick, and then we're going to go hook onto the hoop coop and get it drug out of the pasture and over to where we're going to be putting the chickens out next week. Should be safe here from any more trees. last but not least, I need to stoke my fire. It about went out. Check on supper. Oh yeah. Pork ribs and baked beans. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video for today. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.